What is up, everybody? This is Lyle, No Hippie Trucking and Transportation, coming at you from some service plaza off of I-76 in Pennsylvania. Had somebody send me a video earlier today about why this girl quit Prime, and it seemed like she had a good experience with Prime as far as the money and all that kind of stuff goes, but she could not get past the fact that she was paying all this money on a lease and wasn't going to own the truck. Now, first I was sitting here wondering, does she not know there's a lease purchase? Because she's been at Prime for a while. But later on in the video, she addresses it and says it was too much of a commitment for her. So my only response to that, or anybody else, the terms of the contract are put out there when you sign on the lease, right? First of all. Second of all, I agree with her. That's one of the reasons why I don't prefer to do a regular lease with Prime. Now, it seemed like she was successful, but every day, almost every day, let's say every 3 days, somebody sends me a video about somebody that was at Prime and they failed or things didn't work out or whatever the reason is. And one thing I'm going to say is everybody's not going to succeed at this. There's got to be some losers for there to be some winners. So just remember that. And it doesn't mean that you're a failure if it doesn't work out or anything like that. There's a million different paths along this way, and a lot of times you're going to make a misstep. And there's nothing wrong with that. So just wanted to get that out of the way real quick. I did turn down a load that was offered to me. You know, I dropped off my load at this cold storage in Quakertown, Pennsylvania. And the first red flag was before I left in the morning, they sent, driver lineup in Pittston sent me a message saying, yeah, pick up this trailer right here when you're done dropping off your load. And now, the last time they did this, it was some jacked up trailer I needed to take to the terminal to get fixed. So I was already thinking that. But I got there to drop off my load, and the trailer was loaded with the seal on it. So just grab whatever, right? So had a replacement fleet manager that was in for my fleet manager today. So I called her and I told her, I plan on deadheading, towards like Allentown, I-78, 81 corridor, whatever. And she's like, well, you're gonna get dispatched out of where you dropped it. I said, I understand, I'm just telling you where I'm going. So I stopped at this washout in Allentown. Been there a few times. It's a good little washout. Takes a little work to get into it. But I got a pre-plan when I was while I was getting the trailer washed. And I had to turn that shit down. Shoot, it was like going up to somewhere in Connecticut. And I was like, you know what? If you get me so far, when you get me into the Northeast a certain distance, whatever I get after that has to come out. I'm not looking to increase the pain, right? I didn't see what the load paid. None of that. So I just declined that load. And I ended up getting a load from probably the best Hershey place I've ever been to. And everybody knows those loads don't really pay all that well. I think it's like 700 or 800 miles for like maybe $900. It was nothing. Like I said, I don't approve or decline loads based on money. But it's a nice, easy run. So I took it. So that Hershey plant was like simple. I mean, I think I was in and out of there in less than 30 minutes. I mean, I could have been. I actually held up on it because I wanted to get my 30-minute break to kind of give me some more hours just in case. So anyway, picked up there. I'm on my way to Edwardsville. I was going to drive it a little bit further to get down to one drive shift, but I'm not going to deliver with I see what they have my PTA set at. They're expecting me to drive all the way there and deliver with no hours on my clock. That's not going to happen. So I'm probably going to be within 100 miles of it because I'm like 700 miles away. So probably going to stop at that Love's in Greenup, Illinois to give me some naf and leave from there. So I'm going to tell them when I park up, I don't plan on delivering this till 7 o'clock the next morning unless you have a reason for me to drop off early. Because why am I going to drive out there, get there like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, whatever in the morning, deliver it, and then start fighting for parking. So that's not what I'm going to do. But this is one of those videos where I really didn't have much to say, but I figured I'd come on here anyway to say what's up, y'all. I will be doing a live here pretty soon if I got some time. I miss those lives. But that's about it. Anyway, I appreciate you guys stopping by No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. As always, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.